Hey, Joe, you press
Hello,
OK on the remote.
everybody. This is Football Psych, and I'm Coach Mike.
Large Sarge!
And this good old Shaq.
Good old Shaq with a paper bag. How are you doing, guys?
Oh, I'm doing great. Shaq, I know you don't get your blinders on. This is going to just be a little shovel pass.
Oh,
Did he miss one? That was the first incomplete pass this year.
I think you got the shovel pass.
I look like our receiving core yesterday.
Oh my gosh. Man, do we have so much to talk about for all you guys who are like frustrated, depressed, angry, going through all the different emotional stages of grief, all those kinds of things. Just take a big deep breath, let it out, and go, you know what? We're going to talk football. Hey, it's not affecting anything that we do. We ain't the problem. The fans aren't the problem. So we will go from there and we will give our professional analysis.
Well, I can tell you this right now. Because of what happened to Jaden Daniels is why I did not like the Dan Quinn hire. What is the prime reason? Year 2, I said he was going to digress. Then he got the franchise quarterback hurt. Playing them, they down by 31 points. And playing them in the fourth quarter. I told you there was a reason why I didn't like this Dan Quinn hire.
Yeah, we could say we don't like the Dan Quinn hire. We could say we don't like the Cliff Kingsbury hire. We could say we don't like the Joe Witt hire. We could say we don't like the Adam Peters hire. We could say we don't like half the roster hires.
Yep.
We could say we don't like the fact that we're not the Redskins right now.
Yep.
We could point to a lot of negatives around this team.
That's right.
But we're going to do an interesting kind of twist tonight because it's very, very easy right now for all of us to completely trash this team. But we're going to try to find a way to say and talk about, is there something to salvage? What would you salvage? How do we go forward? What is it that we think we can do? And where do we think we're really at? And that's going to take a little bit more, I think, of trying to figure that out. So let's get right into it. For those who are watching, do us a favor. Please make sure that if you are not subscribed to this channel, that you click that subscribe button right now. If you haven't liked this video when this thing's over, make sure you get back on it and like it. If they don't give you the option to like it right now, but get on there and do that. And then also do us a favor. Share it with a football buddy. All right. If everybody shares it with a football buddy, then we get to double our numbers by next week. And hey, you know what? We want to have fun here. We want you to participate. This is a participation sport. This isn't an NFL network where you don't get to say anything. You get to talk trash on here. So make sure you put your comments in the comment section. And we will try to. Large Sarge keeps up with that. And he will try to make sure your comments are put out on the air. Because I don't always look at the comments live, but I know Large Sarge does.
That's right.
All right.
Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
I got something to say at the beginning of the show.
Say it.
We need a name change.
We need a name change.
That's the secret. The secret is not the Washington Commanders. It's the Washington Handicappers. That's the new logo.
That's the new logo?
That's the new logo.
Team.
Oh, no, it looks a little too controversial.
That's the team that we're going to love. The Handicappers, baby.
Yeah.
I think it's offensive. I think it's offensive to handicap people.
Yeah. And what I can tell you this right now. I'm extremely disappointed in this team. The performance yesterday was poor, right? Now, with the trade deadline being tomorrow, I don't know. It's tomorrow, right?
We're going to get to it.
We're going to get through it, right? But let me tell you this. We got Deron Payne as trading leverage, right? I do not understand why the Commanders are not beating down New Orleans' door trying to get Chris Olave or Shaheed. So we need receiver help. So they're guys that's ready to go. They ready to leave New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that Tennessee has receivers that are ready to go. Say they don't want to be on that roster anymore. Why are we not kicking down these doors to get our quarterback some help?
I think I got some answers for that.
Me too.
I think I got some real answers. We're going to get into that tonight, and I'm interested in what the people who are watching also have to say. So if you're watching, you make sure you give us your comments because you guys are really, really smart out there, and I really want to hear your comments. And so make sure you write them in the comment section, but we will get into that. So first of all, for those of you who are want to relive the scar tissue, we lost yesterday. 38-14. As a matter of fact, it started off 28-0. It was so freaking embarrassing.
Yep.
Right. So, and you see 24 of those points came in the second quarter.
Yeah.
We were actually tied up in the second half, 7-7. All the damage was done in the first half. Right. And so, yeah, it was dark. It was abysmal. It was a game that we really kind of needed to do well. At 3-6, we are not looking well.
No.
I will tell you as my assessment, I'm going to ask you guys, but like when you're 3-6, you're no longer thinking playoffs.
No.
So, I mean, what do you think, Lord Sarge?
No, we're not thinking playoffs. We're way beyond playoffs. This is a complete rebuild, and this is a complete disaster of a season. The season's over. This was a must-win game. Frankly, so's the Lions coming into town next week. Frankly speaking.
Yep, Lions are coming into town. I know those are your guys.
But here's the thing. I'm going to tell you, I stayed up until 2:30 in the morning because I wanted to hear what Dan Quinn had to say at the after game. And you know what? Dan Quinn made a glancing blow at everything we did was wrong. We suck. And that includes everyone in the coaches. And that's the only mention he made about coaching at all. He mostly said in his entire 20-minute brief with all the questions, we just didn't. This is player execution. I like to get up at 2:30 in the morning and punch a fist through my TV.
Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you this. All right, Dan Quinn. This is a Dan Quinn problem, and I'm gonna tell you why it's a Dan Quinn problem. We lose on Sunday. It's okay to let the guys rest on Monday, but if we lose on Sunday, Dan Quinn don't got these guys coming back to the facility till Wednesday or Thursday. Mm-hmm. This is a coaching and culture problem. Mm-hmm. Like he is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Is because I would tell you I've never heard of that before, and Lard Charters was the first one to report that. Like guys weren't showing up to work until Thursday, and I'm just like, what? I have never heard that. Like I've heard of coaches in the past like give you Monday off if you perform well, but you're pretty much going to work every day. Like you're coming together, you're meeting, you're going over film, you're going over plan development, you're doing walkthroughs, talk-throughs, crawl-throughs, light jog-throughs, pads, no pads. You're doing all kinds of different stuff throughout the week, right? If anything, you're getting together and you're having lunch together just to bond and be talking through concepts and what needs to be done, right?
Yep. When
you're not showing up till Thursday, you are then cramming for the exam.
Yep. And then, right? and again, Dan Quinn giving these guys this time, space, and opportunity to be off, running around the DC area. That's one. Two, there's a player discipline issue. Why don't they want to be in the building? What is going on where they don't want to be in the building? Getting paid tens of millions of dollars and you ain't showing up for work. Why not? Why not? What's going on? There's a culture issue in DC. We've had a culture issue here in DC for a very, very long time. Very long time.
I thought he was going to fix that. I mean, I know Ron Rivera, he was hired to fix that, right? And I thought that there was some, even though we can bash Ron Rivera a lot, he was trying to fight a lot of culture issues.
Now, Jack said, I must be happy to let him more out for the season. Now, I didn't want him hurt, Jack. I didn't want him hurt. I just wanted him off the damn roster.
I will tell you why I think that's bad. We'll get to that too. I mean, we're jumping ahead a lot, but we'll get to those talking points here in a minute. But we don't want to be there right now, right?
Yep.
So first of all, I will tell you, I believe our season's over.
Me too.
Oh, you got the photo.
I had to show it in case you weren't all scarred enough. I got to give you all scar tissue. Yep, that's ugly right there.
That's about as dislocated can be.
So, yeah, it's bad. No,
I told
All
you,
right.
Jaden Daniels is like a potato chip. He's thin. He's light. He's not Josh Daniels.
So I will thank Jack for sending this. So, like, Jack's one of our great fans that are on here. Is he on tonight?
Yep.
Wait. On the exact same yard line?
Yeah.
On the
Jaden
exact same
Daniels.
down?
Let me say it. Jaden Daniels and RG3's injuries occurred in the same stadium on the exact same yard line, both on second down against the same team.
Oh,
Is that crazy?
my God.
That's crazy.
That is psycho. I knew it was
crazy.
against Seattle. I didn't know all that. Jack, you're nuts. Are you crazy? What kind of karma is that?
You want to make it even worse?
Yeah.
He sends me a second one. This is the second one he said that this has happened before in history with the Washington Redskins. Right here.
No.
Look at this
No.
one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. Yeah, Joe Theismann and Alex Smith. That's right. Yep.
They both broke the right tibia and fibia. The dates both happened on November 18th.
Oh, my God.
Same location, same yard line, with the same final score, both caused by three-time Defensive Player of the Year guys. And they both happened when their left tackles were both Pro Bowlers that were off the field due to injury.
Oh,
wow.
Okay, wait a minute. 3 times. Okay, so this is why we need a stadium. We need to get the hell out of there.
This is crazy stuff, man.
That's crazy.
These are crazy kind of stats, man.
That's crazy.
Like, it's spooky stats.
Wait, who were we playing? Who was Theismann playing against?
The Giants.
The Giants.
And what about Alex?
I think it was Houston. Houston or Arizona.
Houston. Okay, so it's only Seattle that's got the RG3 curse part of it.
Yeah, but these are a lot of interesting, like, kind of like spooky kind of similarities, right? And then you go back to these ones here where this one happened in the same stadium on the same yard line, both on second down against the same team. Jack, first of all, you are amazing for finding this stuff. But, man, you spooked me out when you sent me this stuff.
It is spooky. It's the Halloween curse of the Commanders.
It's a Halloween curse, man. It's like, like we saw a ghost or something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're playing here on football site. Commanders got a Halloween curse.
So I will tell you guys, like, we talked about this a lot in the offseason. We have a lot of shows. I could show you footage of this show multiple times in the offseason where we had this discussion that the way that we play with Jaden Daniels is exactly, and what Cliff Kingsbury does is exactly what Mike Shanahan did with RG3.
That's right.
And I said, if we play this same exact way that we did before, that we will break Jaden Daniels in 2 years.
Yep.
And here we are today, and we are living it. Like, again, I don't like it a lot of times when Shaq is right, but he points out a lot of stuff, and he's just right. But this shows right a lot, and it's not because we are dissing and trashing this team. It's just that there's certain things that we see on this show that for some reason their own organization can't see.
Yep.
Like
with the outside looking in. Yep, the outside looking in. And then you can see the trends. You can see the trends, the way things are going. If we can see the trends, I don't know why their front office can't see the trends. Right?
That's right.
Like, we see the garbage play calling. We see how dangerous it is for Jaden Daniels. We see how fragile he is. We see it. Why that front office don't see it? Why that coaching staff don't see it?
Yeah, I mean, they get paid millions of dollars. We don't even get paid millions of cents.
Hey.
Well, we have 2 cents.
We have cents. Now, this is another thing, too, about this with this Jaden Daniels situation, right? I said last week, I think we probably need to shut him down for the year. Let Mariota go ahead and finish it out. I said that. Now we don't have a choice. Mariota is going to finish the season as a starting quarterback. Now, with the trade deadline, hear me out. With the trade deadline, right, there's some options out there for us. Kirk Cousins, Jameis Winston, uh, Russell Wilson. There's some guys, Kenny Pickett. Like there's guys out there that we can bring in.
It's true. So here's where I want to kind of show you guys, because like we do have to figure out what we're going to do by tomorrow at 4 p.m. as you mentioned, Shaq, right? So I put this on the trade deadline options. I had a chance to go and look at our entire roster and every contract that we have on our team. I did that today. And I will tell you, by going and using Spartak and using Over the Cap and using all the different tools that are out there to look at people's contracts and do stuff like that, there is only one person who has a contract favorable to move, and that's Marshawn Lattimore. Marshawn Lattimore is only a $2 million cap hit. It'll save us $16 million if we move him, even if we cut him right now. But the biggest part about it, if we cut him now or we trade him now or we wait till the offseason to cut him, he is worth $18.5 million next year. He does not need to be on this roster next year. We need at $18.5 million to be able to rebuild this team for next year. Does anybody disagree with that?
No. And then I'm gonna tell you what. I am an advocate for kicking him off this roster, right? So I've been saying this. Overpaid St. Juice need to go. I've been saying this for a while, right? So now let me tell you, he had a good game, got him an interception. His stock started going back up a little bit, right? I said, okay, we possibly could trade him and get a 7th round pick, 6th round pick, something like that. But then boom, he goes and tears his ACL.
So we talked about this.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I believe I was a little clairvoyant about this.
Yep.
Before this game. I even predicted for this game what I wanted from Marshawn Lattimore in the game that last week is I said, I want him to get an interception.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, I even said I could see him getting an interception. And if he does, we need to trade him.
Trade him
immediately when his stock's high. And as soon as we were watching the game, I think Lawrence Sarge almost lost his freaking lunch, man. Because he was blowing my phone up.
I lost it.
And as soon as I answered the phone,
it. 2, that it happened in the first quarter. 3, it's the best thing he ever did. And 4, trade him! Trade him now!
As a matter of fact,
Coach is right.
When Lawrence Sarge called me, I answered the phone. Trade him now! Don't even let this game finish. Trade him.
Yep. And then, so I'm gonna tell you right now, only person we have on this roster right now that has any value in draft capital is Deron Payne.
We can't trade Deron
Payne. Now I'm gonna tell you why not.
Because it's too much of a cap hit.
And it meant to get the help we need in the receiving room. Again, I would be on the phone burning up New Orleans right now, trying to get Chris Olave or Shaheed in here. We could do a 1-for-1, let Deron Payne go, bring one of those guys in, and probably could get a draft pick and a player for Deron Payne.
So,
right, gentlemen, I got to say something here. Well, let's wind back just a week, okay? We had low expectations going into the Chiefs game. Never, we've only won one time 40 years ago. Lost every other game. We had very low expectations pulling out a win. And I'm going to tell you, I was eating crow, biting my toenails at halftime because we were 7-7. I saw a team who came out with a game plan that absolutely frustrated Andy Reid.
Yep.
They absolutely called a great game plan. And we went to halftime at 7-7 with me thinking, I'm going to need to eat this hat, put it down, and show proof on the show. Like, I was like, oh, my God. Oh, my, because I predicted a 3-score win, right? And I'm like, 7-7 at halftime. Sure as – so what does that tell me? That tells me we can make a game plan. We can come up with a scheme. We can study film, and we have the player personnel to stop one of the best offenses in the world, right? What it also showed me was Andy Reid went at halftime and said, well, shiver my timbers, that wasn't working. Let's change the plan. And Dan Quinn and team went to halftime saying, oh, my God, it worked. Well, let's not fix it. It's not broke. And came back out and got their butts punked. This team, more than anything else, needs new coaches. I don't care about the player personnel. I don't care how bad that. They need new coaches. They need a QB coach to show someone how to slide. They need an offensive coordinator. They need a defensive coordinator because Joe Witt is a dim-wit. And Dan Quinn does not know. He cannot change.
And now look, so this last game, this Seattle game, that wasn't all Joe Witt. And I'm going to tell you, like it was Kingsbury's play calling, right? The receivers did what, okay, for instance, when Jaden Daniels dislocated his elbow, right? He had time in the pocket. The receivers, the tight ends, nobody was creating separation. He had nowhere to go with the ball. The whole game, he had nowhere to go with the ball. So this is a player issue as well. It is. It is a player issue as well.
Not as much as a coaching issue, my personal opinion. This is not as – listen, every team in the NFL has professional players. That's how they made the team.
Yep.
Right? And you got your superstars. You got all – every team in the NFL is fairly balanced in that direction. It's how they're coached and how adjustments are made that makes the difference on whether an average team can jump up. We don't have it. We don't have it on a – and we're not prepared.
Yeah.
So there was a coach that lost a game this week. I had the quote. I can't find it. But the coach stood up and said, I am sorry. I'm not going to tell you who it was, by the way. You can guess. I am sorry. This was on me. I did not have my team prepared. We were not disciplined. We were not executing. I did not. You want to guess who the coach was?
Dan Quinn.
No. Dan Quinn didn't say that. Dan Quinn denied everything and said, we got to all do better. It's player personnel. It was Dan Campbell of the Lions.
Oh.
We don't talk about the Lions on this channel.
I know. That's why I didn't want to say the name. But that's who it was, who stood up and took responsibility, which Dan Quinn did not do. In a 20 minutes,
let's reel this back in a little
stood up and said, hey, Dan, do you think you should have pulled your franchise quarterback out in the third quarter? I mean, you're out down 4 scores at 38. He's like, well, it's not about that. It's about all players, pulling together and doing their job, and then we're going to work on that.
Well, okay. Well, let's reel this in a little bit because, like, when it comes to, like, I agree with you, Large Sarge. When it comes to this is my assessment of Dan Quinn, and it's not an assessment of him playing this year. We actually talked about this in the offseason too.
Yep.
We talked about this prior to Dan Quinn being hired because he has a track record of what he did when he was a head coach in Atlanta. We saw what he did when he took Atlanta to the Super Bowl and lost, and what happened to him that very next year. Shaq even mentioned a lot about this. We actually saw him when he was a defensive coordinator in Dallas during the playoff game that he was in there, where he did not make adjustments. This is my assessment of Dan Quinn. You are right, Large Sarge. He is a professional guy who can put together a game plan. He is a guy who can actually come up with a system and prepare his guys for a particular game plan. This is what I see that he does not do well. He doesn't make branches and sequences to his plan.
No.
So, in other words, and he probably doesn't practice that way either. So you go, here's our game plan, guys. Now, and I mentioned this to Large Sarge when we were off the air. There's some time in practice where you got to go, defense, I'm going to tell you every play I'm going to call. Here's what I'm going to do. Why would I do that? Because I want my offense to experience what it's like when your game plan doesn't work. Right?
Yep.
And so I go, defense, this is all the plays I'm going to call right here. All right, let's go. And then I run it, and then I let the offense experience what it looks like when everything breaks down. And then I go, okay, we're moving to our contingency plan, right? I have a branch and I have a sequel plan that comes off of that. All right, we're adjusting. We might be on our main game plan might be the blue plan, but I've got a green plan and I got a yellow plan. All right, it's time to move to the green plan. We swap, right? Whether that's a halftime adjustment or sometimes you don't have an opportunity to wait till halftime. You got to make adjustments. When you know something's not working, you're not going to wait till halftime. You're going I'm going to change it now. We're moving. We're changing to this scheme. We're adjusting. And the players have practiced it, and they know when it's coming. As a matter of fact, a secret to success is if a player's already recommending it.
Yep.
Coach, this isn't working. We need to switch to the green plan. This plan ain't working. And then you're like, you know what? You're right. We're switching.
So,
right?
so this is my thing right here, though. With that, I agree with everything you're saying. Everything you're saying is completely correct, right? But who is the leader on this team? This. Hey, why are we not practicing on Tuesday? Why are we not practicing on Wednesday?
It starts with the head coach and works its way down.
Yeah. And it's not happening.
I don't know how before the Chiefs game. Apparently, all the classroom time worked because it was 7-7 at halftime. But then it just went broke, exactly according to coach's supposition there. But that doesn't solve the discipline problems, right? It doesn't solve 3 offside penalties, PIs. It doesn't solve those lack of discipline issues. And in the crucial moment when he had a chance to take it on his shoulders, he put it on the players. Dan Quinn could not.
That's not leadership.
Yeah, it's not leadership. It's, I do not like Dan Campbell, but at least Dan Campbell stood up. This was my fault. I did not prepare my team. And that's exactly what I expected to hear out of Dan Quinn, and he did not put that out.
Listen, we're all military guys. We're all military guys here, and we're all military leaders. When op breaks down, whose fault is it?
It's the leadership. It's the leadership.
Right? You own it. You go in there and you own it. Like, hey guys, it's on me. But then behind the scenes, you rip them a new one, and you're like, you're gonna get your crap together. You're gonna get like that. But in front of everybody else, it's you, right? Yeah. You take responsibility.
And
right?
y'all was kicking me in the back when I said Dan Quinn wasn't a big good pickup for us. I kept saying it.
No, I didn't like him. No,
hey. I didn't like it either, but I didn't think he would be bad.
Yeah.
My first choice was Ben Johnson.
Yep.
But he's like, y'all got basketball ownership. I ain't coming there.
I ain't coming in.
Right. And then I would tell you, as soon as I saw, and Lawrence Sarge remembers this because I watched college football and I saw what Harbaugh was doing in Michigan.
Yep.
And I'm just like, we need Harbaugh. Yeah. And then Lawrence Sarge was looking at that, and we did a show on and everything else like that on here. And he was just like, oh, heck yeah, Harbaugh. Yep. But the Chargers beat us.
No, Mike.
Yeah, and then the Chargers beat us to them, and so we missed on Ben Johnson, we missed on Harbaugh, and then we ended up with Dan Quinn. And as soon as we were laying at Dan Quinn, I'm like, the same Dan Quinn from Dallas. We don't hire Dallas people here.
Yeah,
did we not learn, that's the problem with our organization. We don't learn from history.
Nope.
We got Norv Turner from Dallas. It didn't work.
Yeah, I'm going to say, Norv Turner. We
got Norv Turner from Dallas. It doesn't work. Any Dallas player we've ever gotten on this team has not worked. And any coach that we've ever got from Dallas has never worked.
Yep.
They're Cowboys. They don't belong here.
Yep.
All right, so I want to go back to
why that is. I don't know why that is, honestly.
They don't belong.
But it's a thing. It is.
It's a real thing.
They don't have no burden.
It's a real thing. Exactly. It's a real thing. Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Well, I do know that out of all of the things that you have on here right now, we have a whole bunch of one-year players. They're not going to be on this roster next year. Eckler's going to be, I see you got 34 active players. Austin Eckler is going to retire next year. Zach Ertz, Bobby Wagner going to be gone next year. Von Miller's going to be gone next year. Like, these guys are going to be gone. The turnover on this roster is going to be, say, Marshawn Lattimore is going to be gone. I'm telling you, Marshawn Lattimore is not going to be on this roster next year.
Yeah, he's not going to be on here.
He's not going to be on the roster next year.
We cannot afford him to be on the roster. So let me. I want to talk about Lattimore. Give me a chance to talk about Lattimore real quick, and then let me talk about Daron Payne because you brought up Daron Payne. I want to make sure, like, the fans that are listening here get this information right.
Yep.
I scrubbed the roster. The only one that's cap favorable for us to move by this trade deadline by tomorrow is Marshawn Lattimore. And the problem with him now is he's hurt and he's non-tradable. Yep. So we do not have an option to trade for the trade deadline. Mm-hmm. I want to make that perfectly clear to everybody because people throw all these other names and stuff out there. We don't have it. Daron Payne, I just looked it up. Daron Payne, if we move Daron Payne, we do not save any cap space. As a matter of fact, it will cost us $3.5 million of cap space. He's cheaper to keep him. We gain nothing by him. We actually lose more by getting rid of him. So we can't do it.
I understand that part. Look, Coach Man, Mike, I understand that part, right? But desperate times offer desperate measures. The defense is already not performing. And if we're going to keep putting this offense out on the field, Mariota has to have somebody to throw the ball to. Right now, you don't have nobody to throw the ball to.
So I'm going to tell you right now, here's my philosophy behind that, right?
Yep.
I go back to the second slide I showed.
Okay.
The season's over.
Yep.
I'm not trying to win football games this year. Put the bag on, accept it. If we make a trade deadline move to acquire a player, it's for next year. I don't give a crap who Marcus Mariota is throwing the ball to. We're not going nowhere. We're going to have a losing season this year.
Yep.
This is about building for our future. And so I'm about dumping players to get draft picks. There's just nobody to dump. The only guy we had was Marshawn Lattimore, where we possibly, like you see on there, I possibly could have got a 6th round for, but that was before he got hurt.
Yep.
Now that he's hurt, he has no trade value. And it was questionable if he had any trade value before that because he's coming off of a bad game. He had another PI in this game. He really could have almost had another personal foul for unsportsmanlike conduct for the hit he did on the sideline.
God, we got away with that one. Like
we got away with that one.
I was waiting for the flag on that one.
He's a freaking train wreck. So, but bottom line is you can see, like with him off our roster next year, we currently have approximately $86 million of cap space next year. But by getting rid of Lattimore, that jumps up to over $104 million of available cap space by getting rid of Lattimore. We only have 34 players on contract for next year. So we have a lot of flexibility to build it, and we have 6 draft picks. Our current projection of our first round draft pick is 12th overall. I believe we're going to continue to drop games, and it will be a top 10 pick for sure.
Yep.
So what do you guys think about what you see on here?
Well, okay, so me personally, again, Lattimore need to go. So y'all already know how I feel about overpaid St. Jude's. He got to go. First and foremost, we need to save that money. He has to go. I'm starting to regret this Terry McLaurin signing. We should have let him walk. Should have let him walk.
About it. Yep. We talked about trading.
Yep.
A lot of people on this show and a lot of people across the thing were saying, like, he's the franchise player. He's the face of the franchise. He's this. He's this. I can't tell you how many people that were blowing up my phone saying,
no,
we have to resign him. Like, why aren't we resigning? We have to resign him. You need to resign him right now. Like, people were blowing up my phone telling me that. And what did we say on this show?
No, don't do it. Let him walk.
We said trade him.
Yep.
Trade him when his value's high. Because his value was very, very high. You let some other team pick it up. We checked the draft picks. He has been nothing to us this year. Just like
what happened immediately? He went on injured reserve immediately. Out.
How many games was not injured reserve? He was on injured reserve.
But he was out. He's injured. Out.
We have a 30. We have a 30.
With a thigh? What the hell? That's what we got cheerleaders for. Besides that thigh, get back in the game.
That's what I'm saying. We have a 30-plus-year-old receiver that's injury prone now. Never been hurt. Overpaid.
Never been hurt, but the first sign was he showed up to camp with his ankle hurting.
Yep.
Right? But I will tell you guys, like, if you really want to be successful at building a franchise, and you can look at me and go, Mike, what the flip do you know? Okay. All right. Fair enough. But I'm going to say, as a general philosophy, I'm going to tell you right now, the data, because I'm a data nerd. All right. And I will tell you, like, you're not gonna beat me on that.
Yeah.
I would put myself up against just about anybody about being a data nerd. All right. I will tell you, there are very, very small anomalies that are out there that will tell you that if you sign a 30-plus-year-old player at any position, well, exception of maybe quarterback.
Yeah.
But a 30-plus-year-old player at just about any other position, and you give them a massive contract, they're done.
Done. They look. Their retirement.
Never works that well.
Their retirement plan. They
got
their retirement plan.
You just padded their retirement plan, and now they got it in their mind that I don't want to get hurt now. It's quality of life.
Yep.
And you just padded their retirement fund, and you will not have a good player. And chances are, right then and there, they're not going to live out the life of that contract because they're getting old. We did it with Bruce Smith. You do not pay a player. I want to make sure this is clear. You do not pay a player by what they've done.
Yep.
when you write a contract, you write and you prepare that thing and you go, are they worth that going forward?
Yep.
Not what they've done. Like what you've done is allowing us to have this conversation. I care about what you're going to do for me.
Yep.
And if I'm going to pay you $30 million, I got to have it in my mind. I'm going to get $30 million of production out of you.
And didn't last week, literally last week, Von Miller was like, oh yeah, I'm going to step up. They need me to play more. I'm going to play more. Guess what he did this week? Take plays off. Paid that man $10 million for 1 year, took plays off, right?
Padded his income.
Yep. And I'm telling you, we went out and got all these has-been legends. I told you this defense was not going to be good this year. And, you know, it wasn't going to be good. Kingsbury play calling is already the Dan Quinn effect. The Dan Quinn effect. If we win 2 more games this year, I'll be happy.
So every win that we win now is going to impact our draft stock.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm not for throwing games. I believe that you're going to, like, you should always give 110% because everybody's doing a job interview right now.
Yep.
Everybody's doing a job interview right now. When you are 3-6, you are playing literally for your freaking job.
Yep.
But I will tell you, I don't think this team has the ability to win at the moment.
No.
We have a very, very tough part of our schedule coming up. It's not looking pretty for a while. And this team is not in good shape.
Hey, well, I'm gonna tell you, that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised people are not calling Washington right now. There should be a fire sale going on. I'm surprised people are not calling Washington for some of the talent that we got on this roster. It should be a fire sale. It should be a fire sale going on right now.
You would think there would be a fire sale, but like again, I went back, I look at their contracts, and nobody's like the way that this team structured their contracts is like horrific.
Yeah,
like they're not contracts that I would have structured.
Lattimore is the only one we have.
The reason why what they did with their contracts was they front load their contracts, and I don't like front loading contracts. Like, I'll give you a signing bonus up front, but I'm not going to front load your contract.
Right.
And I'm also going to make it where I've got an out of your contract. So I will give you an injury settlement if you're injured, but I'm not going to be married to you if you're injured. Right. Because I've got to get a player into the locker room that I can use. Like I'm not trying to take money out of your pocket. Like I'm going to guarantee portions of your check and stuff like that. But I'm concerned about structuring your contract in a way where it's not going to destroy my cap space.
So no,
I'll make sure the money hits your pocket, but I don't want you hurting my freaking cap space.
Now hold on, I'm about to throw three more names at you. 3 more names at you for potential trades.
Right? Ain't one of them though. Go ahead.
No, yeah, not the Rumpane. Brandon Coleman.
Hold on.
I'm gonna throw 3 names at you.
All right, go ahead. Brandon Coleman.
Yeah, Brandon Coleman.
Maybe Coleman.
Chris Rodriguez. Right. And Jeremy Reeves.
Reeves, yes. Reeves should be in the mix, but we need Reeves actually.
Reeves will actually take more salary cap away from us by 1.5.
Yeah.
We save nothing from him. He actually will cost us more to get rid of him.
Yeah. Rodriguez.
Let me look at Rodriguez here real quick. Rodriguez, we will save not a single penny by letting him go. We don't lose anything, but we don't save anything.
We don't save anything. McNichols is too old.
Noah, and who was the other one that you said?
Jeremy Reeves. I said Jeremy Reeves, Brandon Coleman, and Coleman. Yeah, Coleman. Yep. He's still on his rookie contract.
He's still on his rookie contract. We could save about $900K by letting him go. He'd be about a $450K cap penalty. That's a possibility. And so Brandon Coleman is a real possibility. And since he lost his starting job at left guard to Chris Paul, he could be a potential guy. It's not a lot of money savings, but if you can get a draft pick out of it, of something that you would need, I could see Brandon Coleman possibly being a good one to go.
Yeah. And Shaq, since you mentioned running backs, I just have to throw you a stat. B-Rob this week had 5 rushing plays, 53 yards and a touchdown. Over 10 yards average. B-Rob, who we traded away.
Yeah, I was very much against that.
What?
Hey,
You can't make this stuff up.
Now I like Bill. Bill's just not getting the ball enough. They're not feeding them the ball enough.
Oh.
Bill needs 15 to 20 carries a game, and we're not getting that from.
He needs 20 carries a game.
Yeah, 15 to 20 carries a game.
So, and I agree with that.
We did what every other copycat team does is, oh no, we got to throw the ball every down now. No choice, we can't run anymore.
It's a pass first league, man.
So
I
will tell you, like the more successful teams, I say that even if you were 2 scores down, if you still maintain a balanced attack, and even if you take the very next drive and you calm down for a second,
yep.
Even 2 scores down, you calm down for a second, go, I don't care if this is a long 5-minute sustained drive that ends in a touchdown. We're going to do it because then we're only down by a score, and I've worn that defense down.
Yeah.
And then you also rested your defense that can go make a stop, and you're back in the ball game. It's not a time for panicking when you're down.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of things that you can do, but we're not there. Like we're going to have a lot of time to talk about this. But I think this was a good conversation. The only thing I would say to deviate to talk about those other 3 that you had there, Shaq. Let me finish this part of the thought real quick. Is you could still go after trading those guys like Dron Payne, those other ones, even though they take a negative cap hit, right? If you're prepared to take the negative cap hit, and the draft capital compensation is what you want. Because you are going to be getting guys on rookie contracts, which will be cheaper than if you go out to free agency to get guys. So taking the cap hit is probably not a big deal.
Yep.
It's just how you plan your strategy out. Go ahead.
And now, okay, so this is my thing right here too. I'm gonna give you another receiver that we should be probably kicking in they back for Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle wants out of Miami.
Waddle.
So here's my issue with going for guys right now.
Yeah.
What are you going to give up?
Yeah.
True. Touche.
Like if you look at our draft picks right here, this is what we got as draft capital. We got 6 picks right now. We do not have a 2nd round pick, and we do not have a 4th round pick because we did that for Tunzel. So, like if you go and you approach Miami, for example, and you say, "Hey, listen, I'm interested in your player," they're going to be like, "Well, what are you going to give me? Well, what are we going to offer?"
Nothing.
Yeah.
We don't have nothing to offer anybody. Unless you're going to be like, "I'll give you a Marshawn Lattimore."
Yeah, Lattimore. You can have
and then all of a sudden you'd be like, "Hello." Oh, did he hang up on me?
I don't think nobody in the NFL wants that man right now.
Nah, right? So like he's hurt. So like he really has no trade value. Like we don't have nothing to trade.
This really started in the draft this year, and Coach, you and I talked about it. This really started when we did not get an end, a defensive end, right?
We didn't get an edge rusher, yeah.
Right, and this is where this all started. And then we overpaid everyone to bring in senior talent, thinking we were going to ride the lightning on senior talent. And then we completely did not. I mean, I blame it all on management. It was a management decision to string out the contract with Scary Terry. In the front end, it should have been, this is how we're going to roll. And you're either on our program or we love you. We support you. Let me get the best deal for you that I can. And you go get your money and get the hell out of here. And let me get as many draft picks as I can, right? Listen, if we try to trade him now, what's his worth this year? Not what it was worth in the offseason.
No.
And you can't trade him now because we have too much money guaranteed up. That he is
Right.
more expensive now to trade him than he was to buy what we paid for him. So
This
like
is all
we are married to him for a minimum of the next 2 years.
Yep.
This team is a complete disaster in the head shed and the coaching staff on the field. It is a complete failure. This is
okay.
not
Well, let's stop
fair.
bashing them right now because we all know that we're probably all in violent agreement to include all the fans. All right.
Yeah.
So Marshawn Lattimore also left Sunday's game. He was a loss early with a torn ACL. It is another significant injury. We expect Marshawn Lattimore to hit injured reserve. We have 3 players that hit that. Jaden Daniels, they are not saying he's going to end up on IR yet. For Jaden Daniels, he did an X-ray. His X-ray came back negative. but he's scheduled for an MRI. They're saying they believe it's a dislocation and potentially ligament tears. And then they will determine his timeline on how quickly he can come back. I would say he needs to be done for the year.
He needs to be done for the year. They need to go ahead and sit him for the rest of the year.
Yep.
They are not. They have come out publicly already and said they're not making that call yet, which I think is retarded. I would have already made that call and say, I don't care if they think you're going to be ready in 6 weeks. You're not playing anymore this year. We're going to get you healthy. We're going to get you in the off season, and we're going to build you up and make you stronger, faster, better, bionic for next year.
Yep.
And we're going to have a different offensive coordinator to protect you.
Yep.
Right. So, and that would be my commitment with Jaden Daniels. I
got a question from both you, Coach, and Shaq.
Yep.
We all said if we had a winning season or an immediate playoff run that our offensive coordinator was going to be gone to a head coaching position. Based on what we've seen at the midseason, where do you think we stand with our offensive coordinator? Is he or are we changing?
Kingsbury's going to be a coach in college next year. Watch. He's not going to be on this roster. He's going to be a college coach next year.
You think we move him out and bring someone else in?
I think we fire him.
Yeah.
I think we fire him.
And we need to. We need to. What about Joe Witt?
So
we haven't really talked about.
Fire him.
Fire him.
He should have never been hired.
No. And look, I'm gonna tell you 2 places.
He wasn't qualified.
I'm gonna tell you 2 places where Kingsbury may wind up coaching next year. LSU or Florida. Because I know Shay is a Florida Gators fan. Or the University of Florida. I can see.
Send him to Florida. Don't mess with LSU like that.
Yeah.
I need somebody better at LSU.
Shay says he's coming to Florida.
Yeah, he is. I'm telling you, it will
Florida.
I mean, he was all right at Texas Tech. You know what I'm saying? Just it didn't translate to the NFL.
Yeah, and you know what? It's okay because I remember there's other coaches that came to the NFL. Their game didn't transfer, right? We seen it in Washington too
with Chip Kelly, all these other guys. Now I can see Chip Kelly coming to us as an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, we even had Steve Spurrier that came from Florida.
Oh no,
right? They don't translate to the NFL very well.
No.
I remember when what was his name? Alabama.
Nick Saban.
I remember he went to Miami. He didn't translate the NFL very well. He went right back to college, and he was amazing. He's the GOAT in college.
Yeah, for sure.
But he was horrible in the NFL.
Yeah.
You think after
the Miami Dolphins in the middle of the season?
You think after Belichick's
and Belichick, his game don't translate to college.
You think we can bring him back, Belichick? Look, guys, it's clear. It's very clear. We're in a coaching crisis in all 3 levels.
Okay, well, let's get on from coaching. There's something else I want to talk about. This one's for you, Large Sarge. This is the one's going to break your heart.
Oh, no.
This is the next one right here.
Oh, yeah, Luke.
Luke is out for the season.
Broken collarbone.
Broken collarbone.
Yeah, I saw it. When I saw it, I saw what happened, how he dug in. I was like, oh, dear God. No, please, no. And I was like, oh, God, it's broke. We had 3 major injuries in this game. Yeah, it was very easy. His
collarbone is broken. It's been confirmed, and he is likely to miss the rest of the season.
Yeah,
and I broke my collarbone before, and that it is no pump. You can't do nothing. You can't move. You can't do anything. I broke my collarbone snap just like this. Boom,
like a freaking zombie. Yep.
Yeah.
On your side. I did it too. I had a guy. I was actually playing football in 2nd grade when a guy stepped on my collarbone. I fell down with a ball, and he stepped on my collarbone and broke it in 2nd grade. And I was a little Sarge. I wasn't a hard Sarge. I was a little Sarge.
Little Lawrence Sarge.
Oh, yeah. No, I was a little skinny then. But, that one hurt. When I saw that, I was like, oh, dear God. No, come on, man. This game is not going the way we want.
All right, quick question. Our season's over. Can we salvage it?
No.
Let's move on. Would you make a trade to get rid of a player or gain a player before the trade deadline? You would.
I mean,
if possible,
like
even if it needs a salary cap hit.
Who?
No, we can get rid of Noah. That's another one. I mean, we can get draft picks for him.
For draft picks. Okay.
Yeah, for draft picks.
For draft picks. I mean, I could see that.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Brandon Coleman was another one that you said. I mean, I could see it.
Jeremy Reeves. I wouldn't say McNichols, but McNichols is too old. He in his 30s.
Yeah. He'll be 30 next year.
Yeah. So nah.
I mean, Zach Ertz, Bobby Wagner, Louvu.
They don't have any trade value.
No.
Louvu has trade value.
Louvu is having a terrible year.
I know, but he has trade value.
I think he has put a foot in his butt, and he'll get it together next year.
Yeah. And then I like the young cat that they have playing defensive end now. Like he must be on steroids or something. Yeah, Jacob Martin. Like he must be on steroids or something because he's been balling out.
Yes, he has. Yeah. He has. I totally agree. There's a guy that we want to hold on to, right?
But we want to hold on to him.
Yeah.
So for me personally, I can't think of a player I would necessarily say like
Martin
has trade value that I would get rid of.
Martin?
No, I would keep him.
No, keep Martin.
He's young. Keep him. Why trade him?
Well, I mean,
I'm looking for because what were you trading for? A 7th round
that's
pick?
What happens when you bring in all these senior players over 30? You don't have any room to do anything else because you overpaid them to bring them in to get your team over the hump. And when they're all broke, you got no trade value to get to the next year.
Yeah.
So I personally don't see us getting rid of any players. I would have wanted to be Marshawn Lattimore before he got hurt. We obviously paid more to get him.
Yeah.
We would have gotten rid of him for a lot less, but now he has no value.
Jeff
I actually think there's a Von Miller rule. I actually think there's a collective bargaining rule that says you cannot trade a player while they're injured like that unless it depends on the contract. Unless they have a certain clause within their contract that permits them to do it. So it might be hard to do anything. Huh?
What about Von Miller?
He has zero trade value.
He has no
zero trade value.
We can pay $1 million for him. We can get $1 million.
Zero trade value.
There is no trade value for players that are old, right? Yep. There just isn't.
By the way,
people are looking right now.
Did you all see him? I didn't see him in the game.
He was in there. He was taking plays off. Now I'm gonna tell you, though. Now we can't say all old players because even though Bobby Wagner cannot cover, he's still number 3 in the league in tackles.
Yeah, but a team's not going to give up significant draft capital.
No, they won't.
Right now, if he requests a trade, like, hey, listen, I know our season's done here. This is going to be my last year. Can you trade me to a team that gives me an opportunity to get to the playoffs, chance to
win in one game,
and you can convince another team, hey, listen, you guys are in the running. We're obviously not. We have Bobby Wagner. This is probably his one and done opportunity. He can help you win now.
Yeah.
And if a team would convince that, then it's just compensation. What are you going to get?
Yeah.
Can you get a 6th or a 7th round draft pick for him? Maybe. Yeah. Right. The other team will go like, yeah, I'll take him for a 7th, but then you got to ask yourself, well, is a 7th good enough compensation?
We don't have anyone that gets us 1st or 2nd round draft compensation.
No,
we don't have anyone on the team.
No,
the only thing we can do is throw the entire season and try to get to the bottom of the list to get on the top of the draft to at least get a 1st rounder, right? And then maybe we trade down to get a 2nd or 3rd, right?
Well, we have a 1st round pick that we have a 1st and a 3rd, right? So, but if that first one becomes like, say, a top 10, which we're only 2, basically roughly our current projection is like around 12. We continue to drive games. We're going to have a top 10 pick.
Yeah, for sure.
So top 10 overall pick, yeah. And if you're smart enough to trade down to get more picks, which is what I would do, then when you're trying to rebuild a team and collect draft capital, then that's 100% what I do. I haven't seen Adam Peters do that once yet.
No. And then, I'm going to tell you what's sickening about this schedule. Not only do we have Detroit this week, but we still have Minnesota. We still have Denver. We still have the Cowboys again. We haven't played the Eagles once yet.
Yeah.
Well, this season's over.
Yeah.
It's
disgusting, man. Very disgusting.
So you bring up a very valid point because if you want to move a Louvu, a Wagner, a Von Miller, or anything like this, and a team is looking for a piece that goes, hey, if I had this one piece, it really increases my chances of getting to a Super Bowl, then maybe.
Or just the playoffs.
Right. So, but teams, yeah, and maybe the playoffs if it's a matter of a coach or general manager who's trying to keep their job, right? And if you can convince them, like maybe for a 6 or 7 round pick, that you would give them like maybe Bobby Wagner, and go, okay, I'll take him because he's probably going to retire at the end of the year. Like he's not going to help us win a playoff this year.
Nope.
And he's probably not going to be here next year. This is probably it for him.
Yep.
So it brings up a compelling point. Good discussion, though. All right, here's the next question. We got to get on with it because we got about 5 minutes left of the show. What would you do with our coaching staff?
Oh my God, Shaq.
All right. So tell me, Shaq, what would we do with our coaching staff?
What we do, Kingsbury's gone next year. We already know he's gone. Joe Witt is gone next year. If Dan Quinn wants to keep his job, he needs to revamp his strength and conditioning team. He needs to bring in a new OC, a new DC, or Dan Quinn is going to be gone by game 4 next year. Hear me clearly. If Josh Harris is already talking to Dan Quinn, he's on a hot seat already.
He should be.
So I will give you my 2 cents.
Yep.
My 2 cents is to clear the freaking building.
Yeah.
If I was an owner, like the data point that I needed to hear when it came to this coaching staff was what Large Sarge told me. When he told me people didn't show up to work till Thursday, I about lost my flipping mind.
Yep.
I'm just like, to me,
Well, let
done.
me be clear. I didn't say they didn't show up to work. I said they weren't on the practice field.
that's not showing up for work.
Yeah.
You should be on the practice field every day.
Exactly.
You mix things
Well,
up.
not 100 yards and penalties, you bet your bippy. Yeah.
You show up in the morning, you go through the medical staff stuff. You go through your treatments. You go through everything else like that. You go through your stretching, you get into the gym. You hit the film room. But we're on the field every day.
Yep.
Even if it's just to walk through.
Yep.
Like, here's the system that we're installing. Okay, we talked about it. We showed you on the film. We talked about it in the classroom. We're going to walk it through on the field. Get up, get off your butt. Let's shake it out. Let's at least walk it through.
That's why I was so stupefied that we were 7-7 going in the half of the Chiefs. Because I'm like, okay, what exactly did they do to come up with that? Because they weren't on the practice field after having over 100 yards in penalties, right? Bad, game-changing, game-losing penalties, right? And they didn't practice on the field until Thursday. I'm like, scratching my head going, and you expect to go into Arrowhead and win? And we went into Arrowhead and held them to 7-7. So I'm like, I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but the idea, the mere idea, I'm an Army guy. You get your butt back on the field and you get your reps, you get your practice, you get your discipline, you get it down, you do something. It was just like, woo.
All right, next question. Are you happy with Adam Peters and his building of the team?
No, absolutely not. We are the senior citizen home of the NFL. Absolutely not. And we thought it was going to be around like week 6 or week 7 before we start seeing the age of this team. Week 3, week 4.
Yeah, week 3.
Week 3.
Here we are now. It's week 8, week 9, and we are like broken beyond repair. Beyond repair. That's right.
Here we are, buddy. This is what
We're the
we
handicappers.
are. That's what we are. The handicappers.
The handicappers. All right. If you were in charge, name 3 things that you would do. I'm starting with you, Large Sarge. 3 things that you would do if you were in charge right now.
You mean of the team?
Yeah.
Dan Quinn, fired. Joe Witt, fired.
You fire him right now.
Gone. Complete flush. I don't care who you give me. Anything is better than this crap that we have. And my offensive coordinator, fired. Actually, he's the first one.
You'd fire him right now.
Yep. Clean flush, bring every. Listen, I got nothing to lose. What do I have to lose? What could we lose?
I will tell you what you would lose. You'd lose your locker room.
Yep.
It's already gone.
No. You don't understand.
Yeah, it's gone.
No, you don't understand.
No.
You don't understand. Those guys, this is their profession. This is their career.
It's gone already.
You will have a hard time getting players to come to this football team if you did that to your team. Because they're thinking like, I have to play this year out because I'm playing for my job.
Yeah, that's right.
And
they're
you
already
know
thinking
what?
that.
I don't want to be part of a program that would actually gut itself if things go south rather than fight to the very end.
They are
So you would
already
lose
in
your
that
locker room.
mode. They're already in that mode,
No,
Coach.
they're not.
Sorry to tell you, yes, they are. They don't
No,
have
they're
a
not.
hope of winning, and they know it. Their starting QB is out. They're 3-6. There's not a player on that team that thinks they have a chance.
Yeah.
The
So
one thing they're begging for is leadership.
hey, I don't
and
care
that
if
is
I don't care if you're 0-15. The last 2 games of the season, you're fighting your butt off to put up stats to prove that you're not the problem, to prove
Yep.
like I have more time in the NFL I can give.
Yep.
I'm just on the wrong team and the wrong system. You're trying to show the league.
Get
You're
rid of
trying to
Dan
show the
Quinn and
excuse
bring
me,
a new
Large
head
Arch.
coach.
Excuse
or
me,
get
Large
rid of
Arch.
it.
Excuse me, man. Like you're trying to show the league that you can play and give me a shot. Like, it's just like I don't care like what y'all think about a particular team when they're doing, but if I'm a player, I need to be able to show like because I'm playing to provide for my family.
Yep.
So give me 3 things there, Shaq, what you would do.
One, I would as Dan Quinn needs to take over defensive play calling.
Okay.
Dan Quinn needs to take over defensive play calling. Joe Witt is just not up to the challenge or the job of it, right? He is not. 2, I would sit down and have a long talk with Cliff Kingsbury about putting some balance in his offense. There's no ground game. So these are things that I would change. And then 3, me as the head coach, Dan Quinn, I'm going to sit down and have a talk with Adam Peters. Like, hey, I need help here. I need you to get on this phone and start working, doing what you do as the GM. We need help here. This team is in desperate need of defensive help and offensive weapons. Do your job. Simply put.
All right. So those are 3 good answers. I like those 3. So the 3 that I kind of thought through that I would probably do with this team was 1, I'd have all call meeting.
Yep.
Listen, we're 3-6. We just lost our starting quarterback. Things are bad, but we all had jobs to do. We got to still play these games from here on out.
Yep.
And we still got to put a good product on the field, the best product we can put on the field every week. All right. So keep your chin up, play your freaking lights out. But we're going to do some things in order to freaking get you on the right path, right? As an organization. Now that's what I'm telling players. Now I'm pulling my general manager off to the side. I'm saying, Adam Peters, listen, you're building for the future. Yeah. Everything that you need to do with your scouting department, everything else like that, you need to be looking for talent. And I'm telling you, by next year, you're not signing a single damn player that's over 28 years old.
Yeah, yep.
You're not signing a single player over 28. So you better find the talent that you want, and you need to start preparing your off-season program plan for player development.
That's right.
I want you developing players. We're not going to go out and buy players that you think are already there. We're going to get 28 and younger players.
Yep.
We're going to fill the roster with youth, and you're going to have to actually coach.
Yep.
Right.
Agreed.
All right.
So that's another thing too.
You start working on some of those things now.
Yep.
With the younger players that you have. And so I want to let me get my third one in before you guys stop. So my third one is I would focus on implementing those things with the young players that we have now.
Yeah.
So if you're old, I'm not telling you this to your face, but your reps are about ready to go down. If you're young and I'm thinking you're going to be part of my future, I'm almost treating these like preseason games. Your reps are about ready to go up because I'm going to start developing you now for next year.
Yep.
And so Jalen Lane, your butt's on the field almost all the time. Like you're almost a starter, dude.
Yep.
Ben Sinnott, you're almost a starter, dude. I'm telling you right now, like some of these guys are going to start taking a back seat if it was me.
Yep.
And I would even pull some of my veterans in. Zach Ertz, guess what? You're developing Ben Sinnott. That's your job.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Jordan McGee, same thing.
Got a couple comments here.
So
Brad, thank you for chiming in. Brad is saying definitely changing our name to the Redskins would be a boost. I agree. And then I've never seen Bo, the Ty Bo Hunter before. Welcome, Bo. But no one coaches talent there, but now mentality. That's all it is.
That's
And
true.
I'm saying
That is
exactly.
true.
He
That's
agrees
what's
with
wrong
you,
with the
Coach.
league.
Develop, buying kills cap long term. Agreed. He agrees with you, Coach.
I agree.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's a
Thanks for
good
the
comment.
comment.
And I'm telling you, you can do some bargain shopping with some young guys if you're willing to develop them because nobody else is developing in the league.
Yep.
So if you took a young man in and go, man, you're close. And I'm telling you, we got talent on this roster that's close.
Yes.
When I look at a guy like, and I'm telling you, I'm really kind of like big on this guy, but like I like Jalen Lane as a receiver. I
Yeah.
really do. He's got talent. It's just raw.
I saw some
It's just like it
practice
needs,
game.
like he's in desperate need of development.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you just develop him, he'll be okay. So, like the strategy of saying, I'm going to increase your reps for the rest of this season, and I'm going to get you out there, and I'm going to make sure that you're part of the game plan where you're going to be targeted. And I'm going to be working on you in the film room, and I'm going to be working with you on the practice field because between now and next year, I want to convert you from being to being whoa, right? And if you look across the board, there's guys like at linebacker like Jordan McGee. I
Yep.
like Jordan McGee.
Yep.
Martin, you got to make sure he's not taking roids, but like he's a
Yep.
young guy that you can develop. Like these young talent, you can be working on them now.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with everything you just said, right? But if we look at our draft class right now, compared to when we first drafted all these guys, looking at this draft class now, they are scoring very low, very low. A C minus, D plus.
Why is that? Because we didn't do nothing with them.
They do not with them. They underperforming.
Yeah, we had a lackluster offseason. We don't even practice during the week on the practice field. We're not developing the young talent.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to develop them.
Got a comment. We got a new viewer.
All right, cool.
That I picked up for the Ravens Lions game. Where unfortunately, bow tie bow hunter, my Detroit beat you. But bow tie bow hunter is a new viewer on the channel. Thank you for being here, man, and watching. I appreciate it, man. And you know what? Great game by the Ravens this week. Great game, great win. Lamar's looking sharp.
Yeah, he looked good.
Definitely
we're
changed
on
the
time
focus
here.
of them.
Let's talk about. So here's our next 6 games that we got for the Commanders. We're going to go up against the Lions, and then after that, we're going to go to Madrid. We're going to play the Dolphins in Madrid on November 16th. Then we're going to come back, and we've got the Broncos. And then we got to go on the road to Minnesota. Then we got the Giants, and then we got the Eagles.
Get my bag ready.
All right. Loss against the Lions, loss against the Broncos, possible win against the Giants. We need to beat the Dolphins. The Vikings, we lose. The Eagles is a disaster. We lose horribly. What do you guys think?
Loss.
I think out of all those games, we get one.
Yep.
Maybe two.
One in the possible. I think the game that's going to be surprising is the Minnesota game. I think we may pull that game out.
Yep, Shay is saying one as well. Shay is saying one game out of it. I think we got one with a very good chance to beat the Giants. It's going to depend.
Yeah, I think it's going to get ugly.
But I'll tell you, you know what? The more reps Mariota gets, the better he'll get, right? We'll get McLaurin back during the year, so there'll be another target. There is a chance for our offense. I don't know what's happening on defense. With Lattimore out, hopefully one of the young bucks shows up and can fill in. And Lattimore's history, we'll see. But I think we can. I definitely think we can beat the Dolphins, and I think we can beat the Giants. I don't think we're going to beat the Eagles, the Vikings, the Lions, or the Broncos.
Well, I wonder who's going to step up now that he's gone, because I know Trey Amos has been holding his own.
Yeah.
So,
Bowtie is saying he thinks Dolphins, Giants, and Vikings. You think we beat the Vikings after what they did to the Lions?
That's what I just said.
Bowtie Hunter.
That's what I just said. I think we can beat the Vikings. I'm telling you.
Wow. So according to him, we can go 500 over the next 6.
That would be good. That would be good. I mean, what do you all think out there? What do you think over these next 6 games? What's our chances? Shay's saying, hell no. Hell no. I agree. Hell no. Listen, the coaching isn't there. The discipline is just not there. There are so many mistakes we haven't seen yet. There's just this team is lost in the soup sauce.
Soup sauce.
And it's coaching.
You see what my bag says? We suck.
We suck. All right, guys. Well, hey, I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. That is what we got for ourselves tonight. I will tell you, keep your chin up. I will tell you my best advice I would give to the Washington Commanders is to keep your chin up. You got a job to do. Freaking keep rolling.
Try.
We will. And I would tell you again, when I'm in a situation, what would I do? I would be developing our youth, because our youth is what's going to be here next year. Like, I'm not trying to do anything with these old farts because, hey, you had your opportunity and the season's done. Like, you need to go ahead and be planning your retirement party, because your reps are about ready to go down. And my young bucks, your playing time is going to go up. Even if you suck, I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out what you're made of.
Yep.
And it's time for you to step up. And you're on an audition for next year's roster, starting now. All right, guys. Well, we suck, just like good old Shaq says. And we're the handicappers, just like good old Lord Sarge says. But this is Football Psych, and we're out of here. Peace.
Peace.
HCTR, baby. HCTR. Let's go.
Hell